Hey, welcome to another great episode of Great Tokens. This is episode 8. I'm your host, D. Bowden.
Kenny Martin at Kenny Martin Live on Instagram. What's up, Spanky? How you been?
Another day, another dollar.
How was your week?
Week was busy, man. I put in a lot of hours this week, man. Working like a Hebrew, for real.
For real?
Yeah.
So we're going to just jump right in it, right?
Yeah. We be in and out.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a quick one. So first, let's start with Ask a Black Guy.
All right.
Why aren't there more black dudes in professional baseball?
Ooh. One of the factors I think plays that you don't have a lot of young men that play baseball. You know, usually you need like, 6 people to play?
At least, yeah.
At least 6 people, right? So, shit, the only thing you trying to hit is a motherfucker upside the head, or that's about it. You ain't trying to hit a baseball.
That's
you
true.
know?
It's a lot easier just to grab a basketball and go.
Yeah, just shoot hoops. Cause you can go shoot hoops by yourself. You can't go play baseball by yourself, right?
And in football, athlete is athlete. Right. Skill position, skill position.
I think the only thing with baseball with black guys is either you come from a line of baseball players in your family, or
like a Ken Griffey.
Yeah, like a Ken Griffey Jr., a Barry Bonds, that. Other than that, I think it's just hard growing up in the inner city for you to adapt to playing baseball.
Yeah, probably not very many parts.
Right. You know, it is a mental sport as well, man. It's a lot of mental part aspect to that.
A lot of sitting around. Because you grew up in baseball.
Yeah. You know, I started off, I was a bat boy, back at home for the Milwaukee Brewers. So I didn't know about baseball until I actually started working with baseball players. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a boring-ass sport, too.
It is a boring-ass sport.
It's very boring.
I played baseball.
Yeah, and you play. So, but now being in the inside looking in, I respect everything these guys go through. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of work, man, and it is one of the few sports that you don't got a time clock.
Right.
And then you're playing in different environments and climates. Like, that shit is a huge toll on the body.
That's true. And 162 games.
162. One of the longest sports. Like, what's that, 9 months?
9 months.
9 months. That's like a whole year almost.
Yep.
Not including off season if you're still playing winter ball.
That's true. It's a year round.
Yeah.
All the time. No time off.
Absolutely.
So we talked about it a little bit on the last episode. Some what we call breaking down bars. So it's for us token ass white dudes that can't understand rap lyrics. Right. Or we understand the words, we don't understand the meaning. And you were telling me last time that a lot of them are D-boy related.
Right.
And we had to break that down too. That D-boys are
right. Like we was using Jay-Z for example.
Yeah.
Like, Jay-Z is a former drug dealer, right? So he talking street code.
Yeah.
So he still got some of that mentality. So majority of his fans, they gravitate to that, that he's still speaking code even through rapping, right?
And us white dudes
just lost in the sauce.
Right.
So
we just know it rhymes.
Yeah, and it sounds good, so I know you was asking.
Yeah, I was asking about one lyric. It's I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Right. So when he says I'm not a businessman.
So he says I'm a business, man.
Right. So basically he's saying I'm not the regular businessman that works 9 to 5. I am the business.
He's the business.
I'm
He's
the business.
The
I'm
brand.
the brand.
Yeah.
That's all that bar meant.
Yeah.
And
easy enough.
Easy enough, right? But when you first hear it,
that's bars 101.
That's bars 101.
We'll start stepping up our game as we go, guys.
Right. So that's bar 101.
Yeah, that's for the absolute white token guy that doesn't know what the fuck Jay-Z is saying.
Right. I just think he's just rhetorically speaking something over again.
Right.
I'm a businessman, right? What
the fuck is he talking about? Yeah, what the hell is he talking about?
He does have certain...
I'm going to go back to my Taylor Swift.
Right. He has a couple of... He said a lot of bars that you may have to go back and replay over to take grasp to what the hell he said.
Yeah.
If you don't know. You're like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
I was like,
it makes sense now.
Yeah. He's one of those type of rappers.
Yeah, it takes a little while.
Right.
It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie. You have to watch it like 3 times.
Exactly. To get the story
before you get it. Yep.
It
takes a little time.
Yep.
So all right. So we're talking about breaking down bars. Give me some examples for our white dudes that are listening. Different names for weed. Because we just call it weed, right?
Shit. Well,
or marijuana.
The
flower. Flowers as far as
Flowers. The new reference in hip hop is dope.
Dope.
Yeah. If you hear in the newer generation rap, you'll hear them say, "I'm out here sipping on lean and smoking on my dope." Mm-hmm. Right? Dope is weed now.
What is lean?
Lean is methazine, cough syrup.
Yeah.
And you take a little bit, an ounce of that, you dilute it with some Sprite, whatever liquid.
Whatever
beverage.
LeBron is pimping at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean that is a Southern hip hop culture that started
That's
with
Houston, right?
Yeah, it started with the Underground Kings, UGK, rest in peace, Pimp C, and Bun B. They were some of the originators of lean. It was a Texas thing, basically. And it gravitated more into all of hip hop because you had big artists that gravitated to that, like Lil Wayne. Mm-hmm. So for the younger generation,
he got fucked up on it, didn't he?
A couple of times. He did a show in Milwaukee a little bit before I left, where he had a stroke, like a heart attack, or damn near, where they had to pull his plane over and land after he left Milwaukee from having a seizure from sipping on lean.
Wheezy.
Yeah, they say one of the side effects is it messes with your throat.
It messes with your throat. It also fucks up your metabolism like crazy.
Yeah. So if
who was the fat dude? The white is a white rapper from Houston.
Paul Wall.
Paul Wall. Yeah, Paul Wall. He gained like 120 pounds on lean.
On lean. Now he frail. You know, he little as hell. Yeah. He looked like a college kid, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he got off lean, lost 100 pounds.
I believe it. But it's one of those drugs where the side effects is, you know, your raspy voice and shit. Like, I've been a Lil Wayne fan since he came out, so I was listening to Wayne when he was 13, 14, 15, and all that. And as he got older and started transitioning to messing with lean, you can tell his voice sounded different. And also because he was a teenager going into adulthood as well. But even now when he talk, he sound like he high all the time. You don't even know when he's sober, you know?
Speaking of raspy voices, this is going back to Ask a Black Guy again.
Right.
What's up with the Newports? Why Newports?
I don't know, man. I think, maybe that's like a culture, hip-hop, a black thing, yo. Like, I don't know. Newports is just... I don't know. It is menthol. It's menthol.
Menthol, yeah.
I think I'm not a smoker,
right?
So it's really hard for me to elaborate on Newports. You know, I think that was just a cigarette to buy. I don't know if Newports was cheap, economically well, but I do know I hear people that do smoke Newports. They think they taste
better.
They taste better, than different brands of menthol cigarettes. A lot of black people just evolved to Newports. You know, I think it's the taste or what have you, you know. Like I said, because I'm not a smoker, so that's real hard for me to speak on it, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's what it is, you know. And then it's one of those follow the leaders. If this is what everybody doing, this is what I'm going to do. Yeah. Like with the white people, like, why do white people like Marlboros?
Easy.
Why?
Well, I can only speak for Southern people.
Right.
Easy, because it's on NASCAR.
Really?
Yeah.
Marlboros because NASCAR.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It was a big NASCAR sponsor back in the day. Them and Winston.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be called before it was the Sprint Cup or whatever. It was the Winston Cup.
Right.
I'm not a big NASCAR fan.
Right.
I'm not a NASCAR fan at all, for the record.
Right.
But that's why. It's because those brands sponsored NASCAR events, and
then it goes back to that
and commercials. They used to do commercials back then, like the Cowboy.
Right. I was just gonna say, it goes back to those. You know, breaking down the culture, like,
and Camel. As
growing up, the Southern kid, you want to be that tough cowboy,
right?
That identity of what it means to be a tough guy, right?
Side note: that cowboy died of lung cancer.
Yeah, I bet he did.
He did.
Had to hold.
That actor died of lung cancer.
I bet.
Side note:
that's sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it goes back to the identity of what a male should be, right?
Yeah.
So in the white culture, this is what you've seen, like the cowboy, tough guy, got the cigarette, you know, always get the lady riding on a horse.
Yeah, same way with Bud Light. Bud Light and Marlboros, they
go
together.
hand in hand.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I smoked for, I don't know, 15 years,
really?
20 years. Yep.
What made you stop?
Guess what I smoked?
Newports.
No, some.
Did you smoke Newports?
Yeah.
No shit.
Marlboro's was my number one.
And then
but then
Newports?
I'd go through a little phase of Newports. I swear to God, they were $6 even or $5 even.
No shit.
Yep.
Now see, if I'm not gonna lie, this is the ignorant side of me being a black dude. If I seen a white guy smoking a Newport, I'd be like, man, he must hang with brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Straight up. I'd be like, he must hang with black dudes.
Yeah,
Dude, he smoked Newports.
It was Marlboros and Newports. Newports was my second brand.
Wow. Which ones you like better? Which one was smoother to you?
Smoother was a Newport, but I couldn't get used to the menthol all the time.
Okay.
Like it just, I had to smoke a Marlboro.
And see, that's another thing. Like, I used to think it was an identity. I thought it was just like what's with the white guys with
what was available.
chew.
I chew. I got
chew,
a dip
right?
in right now.
Like with chew, right? Yeah. So my grandmother, I told you, she did chew. I didn't know that until I was like 23 years old. My grandma did chew, right? Yeah. So my grandfather was the hard go to work every day, raised all 7 of my kids, go to church every Sunday, and on Sunday evenings or Saturday he's watching his sports, right? Mm-hmm. My granddad was a L7, man. He was just a good guy. He didn't do anything. My grandma was the gangster in the family. Okay. Like she do biz whiz, pity pat, spades, dominoes, and she chewed. And I found that out when she was like 23. She chewed. Yeah. Like I never knew she chewed.
So my grandmother's 96 years old, still chews.
Wow.
Gangster.
Yeah, that's G to its fullest. G for his fullest right there.
Well, this is a quick episode. We're going to wrap this up. We got a couple guests coming in we'll call it the studio. Mm-hmm. But we are going to get back to, on our next episode between me and you, Floyd Mayweather. Oh, yeah. And all that shit.
Yeah, we going to chop it up a little bit more about that on the next episode.
Yeah, so y'all stay tuned for that. So, yeah, we're going to wrap it up, man. I appreciate y'all coming out. Click that subscribe button on YouTube. Thanks again for all our listeners, and we'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Breathe.